I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
All right, hello everyone, and peace of the Lord to all of you. I hope my voice coming good and clear. Today, our topic about Muslims. Actually, they call themselves Muslims. I don't know why. I mean, they don't even know what Muslim mean. But this so-called Islam, they claim that they have answer, they have the truth. They knew what happened in history. They knew what will happen in the future. They have a God. He is one God, but this God don't have a son. But the second you ask them a question about their stupid book, you get all the stupid answers you can imagine. And today we are going to watch together later a video from Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik, he go on the stage, but he don't dare to debate. It's just like, ask me a question and I refuted you and you cannot argue with me. That's it, So whatever I say to you is a refutation. And because they do those kind of a stage thing in their environment, which mean all the audience is Muslims, and there's maybe 5, 10 people who they are invited in for such a purpose, supposedly, to give a spice to their scholar who nobody can answer or nobody can refute. But all of us, we knew that Zakir Naik, he is the last one who can really speak of his religion. He did not know anything about his, his cult. And the same as Ahmed did that. All of them, actually, they are just doing business. Actually, name for me one person, just one. You heard of before, you watch him, you heard him in person or in YouTube or etc. He can answer one question about Islam. And today is no different. When a Christian person, he asks Zakir Naik a question about his, about the stupid Quran, Zakir Naik, he went so angry, and he gave a very stupid answer, And the argument was about, can Allah have a son? No, for us, by the way, Allah is not our God anyway. And actually, when a Muslim says Allah cannot have a son, that is additional proof that Allah cannot be God. You see, the one who cannot have or do something, he cannot be God too, because Almighty is about what? Is about He can do anything He wants. The one is asking me, I will be in Ramble, absolutely. Here is just to tell people what we would do there. So we will be in Ramble, and the link is there in the info as in the chat too. If you look, let me post it for you again. It is in the chat actually, right? Yeah. Let us see here. If you go there, and we have a lot of people waiting there for us, you know, already. But we wanted just to make a short video here, you know, to invite people and join us later. Now you see the link. It's in the info too. So when this brother, he asked him a question, Zakir Naik gets so upset. He said to him, are you a missionary? Are you a missionary? Are you a missionary? You see how much they are so hateful, and you will see the face of the devil in his eyes. He's so angry, so upset for a question he cannot answer. This brother, he told him about a verse in the Quran. And the verse simply saying, if Allah wanted to have a son, he will have one of his creation. Which is very stupid answer. I mean, what kind of God he say such a thing? But the point was mentioned by our brother here from Africa. Allah saying, if he wanted to have a son, he will take a son from his creation. So if that is not possible, why he is saying, if you want to have a son? That's all. And Zakir Naik, because he do not know how to answer, he said, if I say to you, if you are right, you will get $1 million. Does that mean you are right? And here you see how Zakir Naik, he manipulate the question and change the nature of it. Allah, he don't say if you are right. That is different story. If I say if you are right, that means there's a possibility that you are not right and a possibility that you are right. Here there's no possibility except one possibility. If he wanted to take a son, he will take that son from his creation. So Zakir Naik, he could not answer such a flaw in the Quran. How does God he refuted the Christians. This is not an answer for any Christian. Because if Allah refused such an idea, then why he is saying it's possible? Either it is possible or impossible. So what Zakir Naik he failed to do is to explain how stupid the Quran is by saying if Allah wanted to have a son. If Allah. And this can be found in the Quran, chapter 39, verse number 4. If you go there, you will find this. Had Allah willed to take a son, between two brackets, or offspring or children, he should have chosen from whom he pleased out of those whom he created. But glory to him, he is Allah, the only whatever. Here between bracket does not exist in the Quran. What is between the bracket is not in the Quran. And this is telling you that the Muslims corrupt their book. Because why you are adding things the Quran did not say. All it says, he is the one, and he is the not irresistible. This is false translation. Al-Qahar is the one who, let us say, force himself in a very ugly way. Like, you know, he make you hate him. This is what Al-Qahar mean. Qahr. Qahr is hatred mixed with anger and revenge. You want to seek revenge. So what kind of God he seeks to even describe himself such a way? And if you change the translator, this is Hilali and Khan. Let us see Yusuf Ali. Look. Look how they add this brackets. He is above such a thing. So if he is above, why saying if he wanted to take a what he is above? What above what? Above choosing? Okay, is Allah above choosing a prophet? If Allah have a son, is that going to make him look bad? I mean, do you see how stupid the logic? And you keep changing the translation, the translators, you will find a new Quran. They add he is above all those things. Allah cannot do those things, and they add the brackets. All of this to explain a flaw and a stupid answer in the Quran. Same time, if Allah want to take a son, how a son, he is one of his creation, is going to be his son? Just to explain to you how stupid the answer is. We are talking about a son or adoption. You know the difference, right? We know the difference. Adoption is not a son. You have to say adopted son. So the stupid author of the Quran, he could not even give an answer which can be considered an answer for a second. Because if Allah desired to take a son, what do you mean to take a son? You take a son? You take from where? In order to have a son, the son have to be born. For us as a human, we are born of our parents. And that's what makes us the children of those parents. If my parents, they adopted somebody and they call him son, but in reality, this is not a son. In fact, the Quran refuses adoption, and the Quran insists that you should call anyone by the name of their fathers. So if we go to the stupid Quran, you will find this. We search for the verse. You will find the following. Let us see. The Quran says, وَدْعُوهُمْ بِأَسْمَاءِ آبَائِهِمْ, which means call them by the names of their father. You know? Yeah, this Quran, this search engine is very stupid. Give me a second. All right. So when you call a person, according to the Quran, you should call him by the name of his father, not anyone. So how the son who is not born of Allah is going to be the son of Allah? The logic is awkward and does not answer the challenge. So if we go in the Quran, we will find this. The Quran confirms that the right thing to do in chapter 33, verse number 5, is to call a person by the names of their fathers. And what make a person the son of his father? Remember, Muhammad, he adopted a man, his name is Zayd. But because later he wanted to have sex with the wife of Zayd, which is his son from adoption, Muhammad forbid adoption for the sake of his sexual desire, because he's a pervert. So now Muhammad, in order to fix what he did, he says you call them by the name of their father. But in 2 verses after, you will see it says Isa ibn Maryam. So how you call everybody by the name of his father, but in the case of Isa, supposedly this is Jesus, you call him son of Mary? The answer is very simple. Because Mary, she gave birth to Isa. But who is the father of Isa? No Muslim can answer. They say to you, Mary, she was a virgin. But there is no way a virgin she can give birth. Still the question, as long everybody have to be called by the name of his father. The only one who don't have a father supposedly, or supposed to be, is Adam. But suddenly we find that Muhammad, because he's a thief, he stole the Christian story, he put it in his book, and now we have 2 don't have a father. But the first one, it's normal not to have a father because he is a created, he's not born. The second one, he is born, and that is supposedly Jesus. So how Jesus, he is born, but he has no father? If everybody, we should call him by the name of his father, as the Quran insists, as we showed you in chapter 33, verse number 5. So the stupid Zakir Naik, again, he failed to answer the flaws in his stupid book. We challenge all Muslims. Our Skype is there. If you dare to call us. And I say if you dare, you know, because I know you don't. I know that your sheikh don't. I know that none of you can. You know that your book is silly and stupid. You know how funny it is. When Allah, he says, supposedly, and the one is talking, not Muhammad, supposedly Allah. If you want to take a son, he will take it from his creation. Well, taking a son from the creation doesn't make him a son. Because son in Islam is someone is born of you. Not someone you adopt. Not someone you buy. Not someone you take from the market or from somebody or from other family. That is not your son. Unless Allah is talking about silly adoption. So the answer in the Quran, not only it is silly, full of flaws and stupidity, the Quran gave always very shallow answer for a very serious question. We will go later in Ramble, and we have the link for you in the message when you enter the chat, or it is in the info of the video. You can click on it and you can join us. And by the way, for those who they are struggling with Ramble, they say in their country doesn't work, you can use Opera browser or Opera Gaming, Opera X, something like GX, something like that. It's very good, and people they are enjoying our program Ramble. And I challenge anybody, by the way, any Muslim, he can explain anything about his book. I mean, this is the most stupid, silly book ever. In the top of that, if we ask the Muslims why Allah cannot have a son, they will give you, the Allah himself, he will give you an answer. He will say to you, how can I have a son if I don't have a girlfriend? And that is additional stupid answer from the one who claimed to be God. Imagine somebody say to me, hey, Christian, how come you don't have a son? Me as a human, the answer is, well, I don't have a wife. I don't, in the worst scenario, I don't have a woman, you know, because you can have a son without having a wife by having a woman, right? But for us as a religious people who follow the book, we have to get married and have children. So why you don't have a son? Well, because I don't have a woman, to make it simple, in case you are an atheist. But it's not right for someone he claimed to be God, as we see in chapter 6, verse number 101. Allah himself questioned his ability. You see, it is not the Christian saying, how can? It is Allah himself. And here you see how this is destroyed the inner of the God. Like when you say, like, The Muslim, they have tons of videos. There's a video very famous by Ahmed Muslim. He called himself, I think, Muhammad Habul, something like this. He gets so angry and like supposedly want to show you he's a believer. Who are you to question Allah? Who are you? What do you think you are? Here we go. Allah himself is a questioning Allah. How can he have children when he has no wife? Here you see the stupidity in full image, because the Christian don't believe that God have a wife, and then he get have sex with her, and then they have a baby. His name is Jesus. They don't. We believe the Messiah exists before his birth. He was born of God before the Word, and he is born in the flesh from Maryam or Mary. Born in the flesh to be between us, to be born between the Jews who they are waiting for him, the Messiah. But he's still the Son of God. For he exists, Jesus, he said, before Abraham I am, a verse no Muslim can explain. And for sure they will deny. The Muslim, they will quote for you a verse where Jesus says, the only true God, to know that you are the only true God, but he's saying, my Father, who I was with you before the word. They will not quote for you the verse after it. I was with you before the word. So here the stupid author of the Quran, he failed again to give a very, look how shallow. They are not asking you, you're a God. This is an answer can be given from a human being. He is religious, he don't have a woman, he's not married. So he say, okay, well, I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have a wife. In fact, in Arabic it says sahiba, and sahiba means girlfriend. How can we have a child if we don't have a woman? We cannot. No man can. And this additional proof that Allah is not God. For Almighty God, he do not need a partner in order to have a son. So why you Muslims call him the Almighty? He's Almighty in what? Don't you see your God, he say, how can? Do you see the word can? What Allah is questioning? What can mean? Ability. How Allah can be able to have a son when he has no wife or children or a girlfriend. So what is missing is Allah to have a girlfriend. Allah by himself cannot. Allah by his own power cannot have a son. And now we know that Allah is not even a God who exists. Muhammad, he used this name. This is a name exists previously by the pagan Arab. And the funny is, the Muslim, they tell you that the Arab before Islam, they were pagan. But if you ask them what the name of the God they worship, they will say to you, Allah. And not only that, Allah before Islam, he have 3 daughters, which Muhammad, he praised, and he asked the Muslims and non-Muslims to do praise them and ask for their intercession. And this is what is called famous, the satanic verses, which is Salman Rushdie, he made a book about it, and the Muslim went so crazy and upset for something is all over in their books. I am not back in YouTube, don't take me wrong, but I will go here just to make a presentation for what we will do in our coming live in Ramble. So if you like to join us, the link is there when you enter the chat, and you can find it in the same time in the info of the video. And this is the link again. And there we will start taking calls from Muslims if there is anyone there to call us. All right? So to make it simple, before we go to Ramble, Islam not only is stupid, the God of Islam is stupid. The author of Islam is stupid. Whoever behind Islam is stupid. Like we say Muhammad is the one who wrote the Quran, but we are not sure even if Muhammad exists, because there is no person, his name is Muhammad. Muhammad itself is a name of a person will be given to him if he is God. The Muslims are kuffar, they are pagan. They call a man, his name is Muhammad, the praised one, which means they worship him. Muhammad should be, if this name will be used, should be the name of God, their God. Look what they do. They gave the name of God to Muhammad. And now Allah, you will see a Muslim when he speak in YouTube or anywhere in the mosque. He says, Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Sallah mean pray. Allahu, Allah, alayhi on him, and he salute. Allah, he pray on Muhammad and salute Muhammad. Have you ever heard of this? Who is the God then? It should be the opposite. It should be Muhammad, he pray to Allah and salute Allah. It turned to be the opposite. Because the whole idea of this Allah is to serve the sexual and the money and the pocket and all the sexual desire, all the money desire, all the power desire of this man Muhammad, who replaced God by calling himself Muhammad. Everything in this person, he say, is stupid. And then this man Muhammad, because he liked to steal the money of the neighbors, so the Jews are rich and they have nice farms and they are very smart people. Like they made the city of Medina in the heart of the desert. Wherever the Jews they go, they turn the desert into green. You don't believe me? Go to Israel. So the city of Medina is a green, is peaceful, people are living fine, nobody fighting anybody, nobody killing anybody. The devil, he went there. And now he won the money of the Jews. And he did not feel comfortable until he steal every one of them money. And we have to, and the funny is the story is written by Muhammadan about how they torture the Jews to find where they hide the money. As an example, a story of Kanzu Banu Nadir, which is the treasure of Banu Nadir. So all the fabrication of Muhammad, everything he said, it's just to make himself have his own religion. But in the same time, this person was copying everything around him. The prayer is a copy. Ramadan is a copy. The fasting is a copy. The call for the adhan is a copy. Everything they do is a copy. This is not even a religion. This is a gang established for the sake of the power of the cult leader. All cult leaders, if we can call them cults, they are gangs. They want three things: money, sex, power, which means authority. And Muhammad, he have a privilege. If you don't believe me, join us on Ramble soon, we will be there. 16 privilege, more than 11 of them is about his penis and money. A person who is serving God, like how many privilege Jesus he have? And he is supposedly for us God. Zero. Zero. Muhammad do not need witnesses when we want to have sex with the women. She is his wife. As soon he asked her to sleep with him. Women, they can offer themselves to Muhammad. If the eyes of the Prophet fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her immediately so the Prophet can if her. The fifth of the booty, the best of the booty, everything is about his privilege, is about his penis, about his pocket. Then if we ask ourselves, what is the privilege of Jesus? None. Jesus himself, he washed the feet of his disciples. And he told them, when they refused in the beginning, he said, if you don't let me do it, you don't belong to me. And he explained why. If you cannot be a servant, you cannot be a master. That is Jesus. And imagine, he is the one we worship. This is not a prophet. This is God himself saying he is a servant. And this is why, if you are a Muslim, you better leave Islam, because Islam is made for the sake of the sexual desire of Muhammad. And Muhammad, in order to encourage his men to die in the field and he hide at home, he promised them virgins, all kind of sexual temptation and money, because simply he knew that this is the best way to deceive people. Sex and money. Never failed to deceive people with sex and money. Always you can do that. Who don't want money? Who don't want to have sexual desire? You have it. It's, you know, you are born with it. So Muhammad, he made it so easy. Just convert to Islam, say Shahada, and Allah will give you a lot of women to do boom, boom to them. A palace in heaven, a corner lot. Just say, I am a prophet. And for sure, the pervert, he was able to establish a gang. And, you know, we can go in details more in that later. So I'm not going to keep you long here. If you like to join us, we will be live on Rumble. And this is the link. You can use Opera in case your browser is not doing good. Opera is a very good browser, and it have a VPN in case your country don't welcome such a website, because there is a lot of freedom there, not like in YouTube. So I would like to see you all join us there. And again, this is the link. Share it with your friends, post it in Facebook, Twitter, whatever one you know. And if you are a Muslim, if you are a Muhammadan, and you're there to call me and to challenge me, I would love to. You know the guy, his name Muslim Learn Turn? This potato, we went to him about 2 weeks ago, you remember? The coward, he asked his admin to ban us. We were there almost for 15 minutes, keep posting, I want to call you, I want to call you. I'm going to him personally. And what the coward he do? He told the admin to ban us. This is how coward they are. This is how coward and potatoes they are. They will take a call from a girl, she is 14 years old, or someone who knows nothing about Islam. They will not dare. Do Zakir Naik dare to take a call from me? Do he? Do any of them? When I called Mimi Hijab, the coward, the son of Muta, he did not even let me ask questions. Hang up on him. Did you say that? Hang up on him. And he called all kinds of names. He hung up on me maybe 5-6 times. In less than, I did not even speak 5 minutes. Did you say that? Hang up on him. He was so much scared to have a debate. He's willing to have a debate with David Wood or apostate prophet, question, answer, what with me, how he can get rid of a Christian prince who can get him busted. The guy who don't even know how to say inshallah. He never started a video without, and since then he starts saying inshallah, by the way. I taught him. A bunch of cowards. And this is why, yeah, this is why I use the word potato, and you have to agree with me. They are potatoes. So if you are a Muslim and you are not a potato, you are a man, you are brave, and you are a person who have answers, and you really believe in Allah, and you can defend Allah, well, we are waiting for you, and we will be happy to hear from you. All right? And for those who are saying Christian Prince is back, my friend, I did not go anywhere. I go live almost every day, but I'm going in Ramble. I mean, why you people don't see what I'm posting? Why you don't subscribe in Patreon? It's for free. Don't donate. How many times we said, if you want to get update, why we have this banner there? It says patreon.com/Christian Prince. We have it for fun? No. Don't donate. You do not need to donate a penny. Subscribe there so you can see where I will go live. If you go right now, you will see just 30 minutes ago and 2 hours ago and 3 minutes ago, I posted a link, says, hey guys, I'm going there. So we have that banner for a reason, so you will know how to find us. YouTube is giving us a very hard time. It's not a good program, obviously. And they keep chasing us. Anything I say, this is against our policy. You cannot even say anything. Muslim, they can say kuffar, they can post videos about killing. Muslim can post videos about beheading. Muslim, they can talk about we are watching you and we want to kill you, and yeah, and then yet even YouTube, you complain to them, they don't even take the video down. Anything we say, oh, this video is you know, after watching carefully, we decide to change the rating of your video to and they hide my video. Why? Because it is not for kids, but we are hiding my video. This video is against our policy. Why? Okay, they don't even tell you why. So this is why we are going a ramble. If you like to join us, it's up to you. If you don't, it's up to you. You know, we will not beg you to join us. We have, you know, usually more than 1,000 every time we go live, and you can be part of our program if you like to. And if you are a Muslim, please feel free to call us. Again, if you want to open ramble, you use Opera. You can download this browser. It's very good, and it have VPN. You can turn it on in case your country, and actually I heard some they are using Opera gaming. You know, they said it's way faster and it's really good. It's called Opera GX. Opera GX. All right, and they have a free VPN. You can turn it on in case, you know. Yeah. So if you like to join us, feel free. And if you, maybe in 10 minutes from now, 9 minutes from now, I will be live in Ramble. Thank you very much for being here. May the Lord bless you, and see you soon in Ramble. And let us ramble together. And yeah, if you want the Opera, let me post a link for you actually. I mean, why not? Here we go. You can download it. For sure, if you search for it, like now, it shows for me Mac because I'm using Mac. This is why maybe it's better if you search for the name, not the link. So it will open based on your computer type. So if you have window, will open for you, download window. This is the name, Opera GX, and search for it, and you can find it. All right. See you soon in Ramble. God bless you. And Muslims are welcome to call us if they dare, but they don't.